Motherfucker.
Hold up, I hope y'all watching this shit.
First round, real quick.
That are in those training camps. But now we're gonna get a good. I thought he was a tunnel, just based on the look. Holy shit! What the hell just happened?
What's up, motherfuckers? Welcome to Easy Money and Sports Betting Show, December 29th, 2021. It's crazy, it's almost the end of the year. Got a pretty big slate of games today. We have, four college football bowl games, pretty big slate of NBA games to go through. We'll talk a little bit of NFL as well. No NFL games tonight. Actually, I don't even think there's another NFL game until this weekend. I don't think there's a Thursday night game this week. All right. Yeah, I don't think there's a Thursday night game this week, so I don't think there's any NFL till, let me look, make sure, but yeah, no NFL till Sunday. Thursday night football's over for the season. But all right, before we get started, don't forget, we're live. Well, we'll be live the rest this week at 11 a.m. Eastern with the Easy Money and Sports Betting Show. We'll be live Thursday and Friday, 11 a.m. Starting Monday, we'll go to our new schedule, and we'll be live Monday through Friday at 1 p.m. Eastern on YouTube, Facebook, and Twitch with Easy Money and Sports Betting Show. Today and Friday, we'll be live at 1 p.m. Eastern with GSR Gonzo Sports Room. And then starting Monday, GSR Gonzo Sports Room is going to go to 7 p.m. Eastern on Monday, Wednesday, and Fridays. Still going to be live on YouTube, Facebook, and Twitch. You can still find both of them, both of those shows on Facebook. Or, wait a minute. You can still find both of them shows in podcast form on Anchor Podcast, Apple Podcast, Spotify, Google Podcast. Most places you listen to podcasts, you can find us. But yeah, don't forget, new schedule starts on Monday. Follow us on social media, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram. That's where we post everything about our shows. We post our daily picks from Easy Money, a sports betting show there. Any information about the shows get posted on social media, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, at Gonzo Sports Room. Check out our YouTube page. Please hit that subscribe button. We're up to, I think, 125. We're trying to get up to 150 by the end before the end of the year. So we just got a few more days. Still got 25 to go. But hey, if you like what you're hearing, please hit that subscribe button. We'd greatly appreciate it. Also hit that bell so you get notifications of when we're live. That way you never miss us. Check out our merch store, streamlabs.com/Gonzalez Sports/merch. We'll have some new GSR and Easy Money gear dropping here at right around the first of the year. We had a new GWR shirt drop a couple weeks ago. Go check it out. It is actually our first shirt that has print on the front and back. So go check that out at our merch store. You can get that link in our video description, or is also going across the bottom of the screen in the ticker. But again, that link is streamlabs.com/Gonzalez Sports/merch. All right, let's get into talking some sports here. First game, we're going to start in college football with the bowl games today. First game is Maryland at Virginia Tech. It starts at 2:42 p.m. Eastern. Why they picked 2:42, who knows. Maryland is 3.5-point favorites. They're minus 184 on the money line. Virginia Tech is plus 148 on the money line. Over-under for this game is at 55.5. Maryland is 6-6. They average scoring 27 points per game. They're 5-1 ATS in their last 6 non-conference games. Virginia Tech is 6-6. They have a decent rush defense. Pass defense is pretty weak. They struggle in the secondary. They gave up more than 350 yards passing their last 2 games apiece. Their quarterback, Buemeister, is not playing. They have a new coach. So there's a lot of new variables going into Virginia Tech in this game. Virginia Tech averaged 24 points a game during the regular season. I like Maryland here on the money line. No reason to mess around with the 3.5. If it was at 3, I maybe would take the -3. But with their hook being there, I like Maryland on the money line. Over and under, I would lean toward the under the 55.5 because I think Virginia Tech's going to struggle without the quarterback. Next game should be a fun game to watch this evening. Iowa State at Clemson starts at 5:46. Can't be 5:45. We got to be 46. Clemson is 2.5 point favorites going in this game. They're minus 134 on the money line. Iowa State is plus 110 on the money line. Over under for this game set at 44. Iowa State is 7-5. Their star running back opted out. They'll be missing multiple offensive players, and then they have the Big 12 defensive player of the year is not playing as well. So they've had Iowa State's had a lot of opt outs. Clemson, they're on a 5-game winning streak. They went 9-3 during the season. Their only big variable in this game is that they're going to have a new defensive coordinator for this game because their defensive coordinator left to take the head job at Oklahoma. I like Clemson in this game. Iowa State just has too many opt-outs for me. I like Clemson on the money line at the minus 134. All right, next game is Oregon at Oklahoma. Oklahoma is 7-point favorites. They're minus 260 on the money line. Oregon is plus 205 on the money line. Over under for this game is at 52.5. Oklahoma is 10-3. Their defense allowed 382 yards per game. They're 8-2 ATS their last 10 games. Oregon is 10-2. They average 418 yards a game and 31 points a game. Their defense has been allowing 370 yards a game and 26 points a game. I like Oklahoma in this game. I just don't think I think Oregon's defense is going to have trouble slowing down the Oklahoma offense. I know Oklahoma has a different coach and everything as well. I think Oregon does too. But both these programs are. So I like Oklahoma here. But the only problem is I don't like them at minus 7. So what I would lean toward in this game is going to be the under the 62.5 would be what I would lean toward. I just don't 7 points. If Oklahoma still had Lincoln Riley as coach and they didn't have all that stuff going on, I would probably go with would go with Oklahoma, just because I think they have a little bit better team, but Oregon's not a bad team either. So I would lean toward the under the 62.5. All right, that's all the college football games for today. Let's move over to the NBA. First game in the NBA tonight is the Charlotte Hornets at the Indiana Pacers. The Pacers are 3-point favorites. They're minus 162 on the money line. The Hornets are plus 136 on the money line. Over-under for this game is at 227. Hornets are 18-17. The Pacers are 14-20. Hornets are on a 2-game winning streak. They're 9-3 in 9-3 ATS in December. Bridges will be out tonight, and Hornets have one of the top offenses in the NBA, but they have the worst defense in the NBA. Pacers are going to have Brogdon's out. They've lost, and the Pacers have lost both games they've played against the Hornets this season. One of them was opening night, and they played them later on. I was kind of surprised that the Pacers are favorites in this game, and it's probably because Bridges is out is the only reason. But Pacers have Brogdon out, which is a pretty big piece for them. But even though I think the Hornets might win this game, I think it's going to be a real close. It'll be a close game. So I like the Pacers at the -3. If the Pacers do lose, I think it'll only be by a couple points. And I like the over the 227. All right, next game is the New York Knicks at the Detroit Pistons. The Knicks are 7.5-point favorites on the road. Over-under for this game is set at 209.5. The Knicks are 16-18. This is going to be a second game of a back-to-back for the Knicks. The Pistons are 5-27. They're on a 3-game losing streak, and they have the worst record in the NBA. I like the Knicks in this game. -7.5 to me is a little too much points, even though Pistons aren't a very good team. But I like the over the 209.5 in this game. All right, next game is the Clippers at the Celtics. The Celtics are 6-point favorites at home. They're -230 on the money line. Clippers are plus 190 on the money line. Over-under for this game is set at 209.5. The Clippers are 17-17. They've lost 2 in a row. Paul George has been carrying the load. He needs a little bit of help. Kawhi still out. I don't know if he'll even play all season. Not sure what's going on with him. I think it's a knee. The Celtics have lost 7 of their last 10. They have got Jaylen Brown back. That helps them defensively and offensively, but it helps them a lot defensively because I think he's kind of the grit to that team, him and Morris. I like the Clippers here at the +6. I think this is going to be a close game, and even if the Celtics win, I'd be surprised if it's by more than 3 or 4 points. So, like the Clippers at the +6, and I would lean toward the over the 209.5. Next game is the Lakers at the Grizzlies. Memphis Grizzlies are 6-point favorites at home. They're -240 on the money line. Lakers are plus 198 on the money line. Over-under for this game is set at 226. The Lakers are 16-18. This is going to be a second game of a back-to-back. Lakers are averaging 110 points a game, and the Lakers are 1-5 ATS their last 6 games. The Grizzlies are 21-14. They've won 2 in a row. They average 110 points a game, and they're 10-5 ATS their last 15. I like the Grizzlies to win this game. But 6 points, man, scares me a little bit, just because the way the end of games can go. But I'm gonna go with the Grizzlies. at the -6. And I would lean toward the over the 226. The next game we have the Atlanta Hawks at the Chicago Bulls. The Bulls are 8.5-point favorites at home, -350 on the money line. The Hawks are plus 280 on the money line. Over-under for this game is set at 223. Excuse me. Hawks are 15-18. They've been battling the COVID outbreak. They've lost 7 of their last 10, and they're 1-4 ATS their last 5. The Grizzlies, or excuse me, not the Grizzlies, the Bulls are 21-10. They've won 4 in a row. They're 4-1 ATS their last 5 home games. They are battling COVID. They have 6 players out, including Lonzo Ball. They beat Atlanta on Monday. The Bulls did. I like the Bulls to win this game. I don't like the -8.5 with as many players the Bulls have missing. What I would lean toward in this game would be the over the 223. Next game is the Miami Heat at the San Antonio Spurs. The Spurs are 5-point favorites at home, -210 on the money line. The Heat are plus 176 on the money line. Over-under is 218. The Heat are 21-13. This will be a second game of a back-to-back for the Heat. They've won 3 straight, and they're averaging 107 points a game. Excuse me. The Spurs are 14-19. They average 112 points a game. They lost their last game to Utah. I like the Heat here at the +5. I think the Heat are going to win this game, but if they do lose this game, it's not going to be by more than 5 points. All right, next game is the Oklahoma City Thunder at the Phoenix Suns. The Suns are 14.5-point favorites. They're -1,200 on the money line. The Thunder are plus 750 on the money line. Over-under for this game is set at 218. The Thunder are 12-20 on the season. This is the second game of a back-to-back for the Thunder. They're averaging 100 points a game. The Suns are 26-7. They've lost 2 in a row. They average 112 points a game. Suns have been on a little bit of a shooting slump here. Haven't played real well last few games, but the Thunder just don't have enough offense to keep up with the Suns, especially on the second game of a back-to-back. I like the Suns to win this game, but I'm not laying 14.5 points. I would lean toward more of the over the 218. Next game is the Utah Jazz at the Portland Trailblazers. The Jazz are 7-point favorites on the road. They're -295 on the money line. Trailblazers are plus 240 on the money line. 4 in a row. They have 5 players averaging in double figures. They average 116 points per game, and they're 0-6 ATS their last 6 games. Portland is 13-20. They've lost 2 in a row. They're 4-11 ATS their last 15. They average 108 points a game. I lean toward Portland in this game. I think it'll be a close game. I think if they lose, it'll be within the 7. So I like Portland +7 here. Then we have the Dallas Mavericks at the Sacramento Kings. The Mavericks are 2-point favorites on the road. They're -134 on the money line. The Kings are plus 114 on the money line. Over-under for this game is set at 220. Mavs are 16-17. They coming off of a win. They average 105 points per game. The Kings are this will be a second game of a back-to-back. They've lost 7 of their last 9, and they average 110 points a game. I like the Mavs in this game on the road. The Kings are just so streaky to me. I would lean toward the over the 220, but I would lean toward the Mavs at the -2. All right, that's all the NBA games for today. Scrappy. All right, I think that's all the live sports we have today. Let's take a look. Let's take a look over at some NFL real quick before I give you guys my picks of the day. See, at 1 p.m. we have Raiders and the Colts. Colts are 6.5-point favorites. That had dropped down to only like 3.5 yesterday after it came out Wentz was positive. But with the new rule change, it looks like Wentz has a decent chance of playing, so that went back up some. Go down. Then you have the Giants at the Bears. Pretty good slate of games. We'll go through all these games on more tomorrow and on Friday. In hockey tonight, got a couple hockey games. Actually, a pretty big slate of hockey games, and I haven't watched a lot of hockey yet this year. Yeah, if you're a fan of hockey, it looks like there's about 8 games. All right, let's get to my picks of the day. All right, college football bowl games today. I like Maryland money line, Clemson money line, and that's going to be the only 2 games I have a play on. I like Oklahoma, but not at the 7 points. So in college football, I like Maryland money line and Clemson money line in bowl games today. In the NBA, I like the Indiana Pacers -3. I like the Los Angeles Clippers +6. I like the Memphis Grizzlies -6. I like the Miami Heat +5. And I like the Portland Trailblazers +7. Make sure I didn't miss any. Nope, that was all that I have marked. So to recap real quick, I have Maryland money line, Clemson money line, Indiana Pacers -3, Clippers +6, Grizzlies -6, the Heat +5, and the Portland Trailblazers +7. All right. Thanks I want to thank everybody for joining us today. Don't forget, we'll be live here in about an hour and a half at 1 p.m. Eastern with GSR Gonzo Sports Room. It's our sports talk show. We'll talk about Carson Wentz testing positive for COVID and how that's going to affect the Colts' playoff chances. We'll also talk about John Madden, about the legendary coach John Madden passing away at 85 yesterday. We'll talk about why he meant for the game of football and some of that stuff. So we got a lot we'll cover this afternoon at 1 p.m. Eastern for GSR. Then tonight at 7:30 p.m. Eastern we'll be live with GWR Live as pro wrestler Gavin Alexander will join us. Should be a great conversation. It was supposed to happen last night. We had some technical difficulties on our end. We seem to have those resolved. So we'll get to have that conversation tonight at 7:30 p.m. with him. Don't forget, new schedule change starts Monday, but for the rest of this week is normal time. So we'll be live tomorrow and Friday at 11 a.m. Eastern with Easy Money, a sports betting show. Today and Friday at 1 p.m. Eastern with GSR. Both those shows are live on YouTube, Facebook, and Twitch. You can find both those shows in podcast form: Apple Podcast, Anchor Podcast, Spotify, Google Podcast. About anywhere you find podcasts or listen to podcasts, you can find us. Check out our YouTube page. Please hit that subscribe button. We'd greatly appreciate it. If you're watching on Facebook or Twitch, please hit the follow buttons and the like buttons as well. We greatly appreciate that. If you're listening to the podcast form, please rate and review. We'd greatly appreciate that. Don't forget, follow us on social media. That's where we post everything about our shows. Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, at Gonzo Sports Room. We post our daily picks for Easy Money, a sports betting show there. Any information about our shows gets posted on social media, so follow us there. Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, at Gonzo Sports Room. I want to thank everybody for joining us today. If you're traveling, be safe. Hope to see you guys here at 1 p.m. Eastern for GSR. If not, we'll see you tomorrow morning at 11 for Easy Money, a sports betting show. Have a great day. Peace.